Welcome and thank you for watching the 2016 Tahoe Regional Young Professionals Candidate Interview Series for the South Lake Tahoe City Council. TRYP is a politically neutral organization and does not endorse candidates or ballot measures. This video series is produced to prepare our community to make an informed vote on November 8th. Each of the 10 candidates will have 10 minutes to answer 3 questions they received in advance and 1 free-form question. We're here with John Shearer. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
So we'll dive right into the questions. What are your goals for the city and how will it look in the next 5 years?
My goals for the city is what we've already started here in this community. And the city is a hard thing to just say it's just a city, because it really goes from here to Myers or Christmas Valley. But the new Marriott area, it's a gorgeous area. I would love to see the same signage going down the boulevard and the same redevelopment with street lights would be great. Sidewalks would be great. So our pedestrians actually can travel on the sidewalks and such. Other than that, more tourism is great because that's how we live in Lake Tahoe. Whether it be we start with the tourists, trickles down to the owners, trickles down to your employees. Without the tourists, I believe that we don't really have much up here. We don't have an industry. We aren't going to build cars here. Nothing like that.
Awesome. So what concrete actions should the city take to provide more housing affordability in South Lake Tahoe?
Housing is difficult. I have many employees. I believe that if we can loosen up our regulations, number one, to actually build on top of garages, maybe separated garages, and maybe incentivize, so people can build it and maybe be less expensive so they can rent to our employees, my employees, all the employees in this community.
Do you think the city should play a role in attracting developers of affordable housing?
I think they can put incentives out there, but if a person has $1 million he wants to spend here in this community, he doesn't want to spend $400,000, $300,000 to break ground prior to permits. And I've done this before. I've built things over commercial areas, and I think that would be a great call to build housing above commercial areas.
Okay, and then so with the known impacts of climate change that it'll have on Lake Tahoe, does the city have a responsibility to implement policies to address this?
Well, I founded Marine Research and Education, and I wouldn't doubt if you went on my boat in 5th grade or 3rd grade, you probably did go on one of my boats there, and I believe we're on track and we do have responsibility. Roads are a big thing, and I've seen it because I've been on the lake for over 30 years, and I see it every spring where the plume comes into Lake Tahoe, which we already know where that's coming from. It's coming from the roads, it's coming from the residents, but I don't believe in putting all the darn money on the backs of our residents to put their BMPs, and we had a big fire over there quite a few years ago because the TRPA said, no, you cannot rake your pine needles. That wasn't a proper stance there. The roads are the big things with the culverts that come into Lake Tahoe, and they've done some great work already. Down there by B of A, they've already put a big dry well there, so the water goes in the dry well, pulls out the sediment, but I have a lot of plans really that I could implement or help implement with a roundtable to make Lake Tahoe clean and clear, keep it clean and clear. But it's a very difficult problem.
Awesome. All right, and then for your final question, with your experience as a business owner in the local tourism industry, what do you feel the city's role is with recreational cannabis should California Proposition 64 pass?
64 pass. Well, number one, we know we're all about tourism up here. Prop 64 is?
To allow recreational marijuana in the state of California.
Well, by golly, it is what it is. We don't, as a city, we don't enforce the laws, or we don't make the laws, we enforce the laws. So whatever California decides on what the law will be, that's what it should be, and we should enforce their laws. I don't think we should put it on the backs of the city, essentially to make laws. I definitely don't want a big pot fest with my kids around, but no worries. There's plenty of things you can do to keep them segregated.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, John.
Thank you, sir.
And this is the Tahoe Regional Young Professionals 2016 Video Candidate Interview Series. You can find this video and all of our interviews at TahoeTRYP.org or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Tahoe Regional Young Professionals.